Host of the Gold Squadron podcast, and we're coming to you live from round one of the St. Louis Grand Championship. My co-host for this day is
Matthew Carey from the Arch Alliance.
That's right. That's Matthew. I made the Inquisitor famous, Carey. If you guys don't know, runner-up at Gen Con and just overall good guy. Also, Gold Squadron Classic champion.
Yeah.
Which, forever, honestly, right now, because that event is deceased until further notice.
Oh, that's so sad.
Unfortunately.
I understand it was supposed to be this weekend.
It was. There were other issues that ended up hitting some things. There will be another Gold Squadron something or another eventually. Not right now, but let's go ahead and start by breaking down these lists, Matt.
Okay, on the right we have Matt Ritts, who has Kylo Ren in a TIE Silencer with Sense, Scorch with Fanatical, Omega Squadron Expert with ion missiles and passive sensors, and then another of the same. And then on the left, we have Ryan Kraus with Rear Admiral Chiranu, also known as Rack, with Lone Wolf, Grand Inquisitor, Fifth Brother, Proton Bombs, Shield Upgrade, Dauntless. It's a thick boy.
Mm-hmm.
And then Darth Vader with Brilliant Evasion, passive sensors, and afterburners.
Now, one thing we're going to do here in a couple minutes, we'll put up our Pick Your Champion poll. I'm doing some background things right now, people who are watching live. Matt, if you were at home right now, you were watching this match, who do you think has the advantage?
I would give it to Matt Ritts, but I want to see Vader Rack win. So the champion I would choose is Ryan, but the one that I would think would win is Matt. So my brain is with Matt, but my heart is with Ryan.
Fact. I like it. All right, so we're starting there. Matt, starting quickly. Now, both of these gentlemen, turns out they're actually from the same play group when I was talking to them. And this was a practice match they played a few days ago.
Yeah, Wednesday night.
So I'm curious to see how that affects their gameplay. And, there's a little bit of that. Well, you did this last time. Are you going to do the same thing?
Yeah, you have the curse of the Swiss situation,
right,
except for it's a couple days apart.
Exactly. So let me go ahead and get that Choose Your Champion poll. Now, let's talk about the Grand Inquisitor, that tech that he has on there. That's the Grand Inquisitor Kraus. For those of you who don't know, it says after an enemy ship, but of course gives you one force. After an enemy ship at range 0 to 2 reveals its dial, you may spend one force to perform one white action on your action bar, treating it as red. When I was talking to one of my friends, they actually pointed out something very that I actually really, really like. He said, hey, this is essentially Luke Skywalker crew for the Empire.
Yes,
right?
definitely.
You for a rack, you have that ability to give yourself that rotate action and make sure you're pointed in the right direction. Of course, if somebody has something like Supernatural or something that can change the dial, you don't get to choose until, you have to choose the direction if you want to rotate it, and then they could try to Supernatural or some type of pre-movement thing that goes before it.
No, that's definitely the observation that I've made is good guy Mason, he's playing today. He flew it with flew rack with Grand Inquisitor, and at I-5, you do get to take your time to figure out, you know where you're going to be. If everybody's moving after you, you know where to rotate your turret. It is definitely, it's got a little more punishment because of the stress, and it's got a little more punishment because it's not perfect knowledge like Luke is, but it's still super strong, and it's at a discount price compared to Luke.
Oh, yeah.
And if you don't need to rotate, you can reinforce, you can focus, you can target lock, and Rack can do all those things, and he likes them.
Oh, yeah. Shout out to everybody who's watching this morning. Echo Base is in the chat. How's it going? Watch their show Sunday nights. They'll be on after we're done with the cut, assuming we're done at a reasonable time, which we should be, I think. Now, with that, he also has Fifth Brother. If you're not familiar with that, people at home, that's essentially a real nice focus modifier, being able to change a focus to a crit while attacking. Of course, having that for defense, which, of course, for rack, it's rare, unless it's through a rock or something like that. Just being able to punch a little bit harder with, of course, his ability that allows you to change a focus to a crit when you're reinforcing on the side where somebody is attacking you from.
Yeah, and when he gets that range one shot, and it turns out to be hit, crit. Once it gets through those shields, it chews on you really quick.
Oh, yeah. And looking at the initiatives here, of course, Kylo is initiative 5, but having Rack and Chiranu at these higher initiatives compared to the SFs and Scorch, you have opportunities to try to take ships off the table early and just be able to play a 3 versus 2 game versus a 4-on-2 game early on.
Also, one of the better things about a list with more ships versus a decimator is you get to get the blocks in, but with Dauntless title, lets you take an action after you have bumped. That's not going to be an option. Rack will almost always reinforce, so he's mitigating damage, and he's taking one less shot because he bumped into you.
Yeah, he's like, please, come on, it's fine.
Get in my way. I have 2 force. I have a reinforce that gives me a passive offense. Everything's fine here.
Yeah, and one observation I've made with the decimators, I'm curious to see how Ryan flies it, but because they no longer have any type of way to reposition, what you set on, of course, what you set on your dial is always really important, but when you have something like a barrel or a boost available, you can really affect the directions you have available to you.
Definitely.
I've seen quite a few players when we've been playing on stream. Oh, that's gonna be a debris, for sure. Going hard at Rack. What I was gonna bring up is, If you choose a wrong direction, if you have a 50-50 decision at some point, looks like he's good.
Yeah.
If you have a 50-50 decision at one point on Rack and you choose the wrong direction and the fight's going in the other way, Rack's out of the fight for a long time. That could be bad news for Vader. But it looks like Matt is committing to Rack right now. And, of course, Ryan choosing to place Rack on the bottom left-hand side of your screen. So he has nothing going on to the right side except for all of our beautiful tokens that we have. Now, I did see some people in the chat, any sponsors for today? No sponsors for today. No coupons. Sorry, guys. Too close to Worlds. I get it.
I'm not certain I've ever seen a stream that hasn't had a sponsor.
But you know what? Honestly, we are sponsored by our patrons.
Oh, definitely.
That's who we're sponsored right now by. You guys are the ones that really make it happen. You can go to patreon.com/Gold Squadron and join our new general level if you want, which I'm going to be revealing what does that entail later today. I'm over here in Facebook land sharing our stream so we can have the whole crew over. If those people who don't have their notifications on, sadly.
Looks like there might be a range 3 engagement between Rack and the stressed SF, which I think will lean in Rack's favor. 1 bank from Vader. Not going to be seeing much from them this round.
All right. Reaching for the lock there. Looks like he doesn't have anything. He could take it on a rock. There it is.
And I found, not necessarily against this list, but taking a target lock onto a rock with jam, particularly the Republic Chopper.
Yes.
Having that extra lock out there.
That makes a big deal.
Is a fantastic call.
All right, so we're going to get our first engagement here. Here we go. This is Rack.
Ooh,
that's a good start.
Strong start.
Hit crit.
Rex.
This is going into the red one. It's range 3, so it's going to be 3 dice here. Rolls 2. Gets a shield.
Yeah.
That could have been.
I think you're happy with that result.
Very, very happy with that. Not too bad at all. He will have a couple shots back. I think Pink, that's Scorch,
Pink
might have range.
Looks like it was out. Green is passive censoring for a calculate.
He knows that it was out of range when Vader measured. I think right now this is just going through the motions.
Yeah, know your triggers, especially with passive sensors. It's something that I forget often. So.
Oh yeah.
See if Rack can do it. Just needs paint. He got it. Spends a force.
Yep. Easy. Yeah, having force modifiers on Rack for those range 3 engagements can really make a huge difference.
Yeah. Anytime you can make a decimator just last longer, those bigger ships, when they have a lot of health, the bane of my existence is either the Upsilon or the Resistance Bomber, where if they just roll evades, they're going to be on the board for hours. And you only have an hour and 15 minutes, so that doesn't really work out well. It looks like Red is probably going back over that debris again, so he won't get in action again this turn. So it will be a sad time for him. Do you think Kylo will commit to Rack or to Vader in this turn? Because he has options. He's set himself up in a nice position for Kylo.
I mean, the problem is he's going to end up at like range 2 of Vader. And Vader, depending on the angle, could most likely end up just getting an arc dodge and nice just hit crit in the Kylo early on. I'm not sure. I honestly don't. I'm not in love with Kylo's positioning. I think I would have liked to see him kind of set up on a flank and try to get the other side of Rack.
All right.
Early on, I think he went just a little fast with the SFs.
My thought would be is if Green does 2 or 3 forward and passive sensors onto Vader, I would do 2 so Vader doesn't pass you by with an afterburners, and then get your lock if you can, passive sensors if you can't, and then get Kylo in that fight as well. Try and burn some force off of Vader or burn a focus, whatever he has. He typically has a force. And then try and get that ion missile into Vader. And if you can get him ionized, then he's a sitting duck for the next turn. And that might be a solid choice to do.
So a couple people in the chat were saying you need to talk about the general level. So what's happening, we are going to be producing posters of our art.
Oh, that's cool.
Like prints. So
kind of like how you have in your the quick tip videos.
Exactly. Like we have these amazing pieces of art, and I've had people like, "Oh, the small ones are cool, but I wish we could have them bigger." I was like, I could do that.
Yeah.
So anybody at that general level will be getting so you get all the things that everybody else gets, plus you get the poster, which is of course is shipped in like a tube, and anywhere around the world you're set for that level. So if you're interested in that kind of stuff, you like art, you want a poster wall,
yeah.
Here you go.
I mean, and a lot of those alt arts are just fantastic looking.
Yeah, so I absolutely love it, and I figured there's plenty of people out there who would want it. And the thing is, like, hopefully X-Wing lasts forever, right? But with these amazing pieces of art that the artists that we hire create, I want them to last as long as they can, right? And this making art prints is one way to do that, so that you can we're always gonna love Star Wars. Star Wars will be around forever.
Oh, definitely. It's like even if you don't like X-Wing,
yeah,
you would love the posters.
Exactly. And sorry. And a couple people did ask when I was kind of talking about the idea to a couple local people. They're asking, can we just buy the posters separately? And the answer is no, because I want to make that a special level. We'll give them away once in a while on the stream, but
when it gets to the end of the round, there's a lot of that goes on.
Mm-hmm.
Get a lot of free stuff. It's one of the great things about GSP.
Oh, yeah, I love giving stuff away. All right, that Choose Your Champion poll, if everything is working. Sorry, we were having some issues this morning. Where are you? All right, Green moving to the middle.
Looks like Green did the passive sensors. Red going over the debris again. Press his luck. And safe from the debris again. But, again, no action. Scorch 2 forward. I imagine we'll see focus here.
A couple people asking about standings from yesterday. We will read off the top 16 a little later on. But yes, I do have this.
I think there's 9 members of Arch Alliance that got in the top 16.
Surprise, surprise.
Oh, man. We cannibalized ourselves, too.
Rick.
I played 4 Arch Alliance members.
Oof. Yeah, and so a couple people were asking, like, oh, did we miss a stream yesterday? No, I wasn't here yesterday. With Worlds, I depleted some – I had to use some work points.
Yeah.
I don't get paid time off. That's not like how that works. But I was able. My principal very graciously allowed me to go to Worlds without any negative, issues.
Yeah. Which is very cool, but that also means that you get less time off for other stuff.
Right, exactly. So we're here for Swiss today, and of course we'll be bringing you the day 2. There's the reinforce on rack. You got to do it. You're a big ship. Vader. 3 bank. So he's facing down the green SF at the moment. Passive sensors is active on the green, so you might be facing an ion torpedo into Vader.
So you afterburners, so you get to range 1, so you
Yep.
don't have to deal with it. And that way you hit harder. And then obviously target lock focus, we'll see. There's the lock. Now, Brilliant Evasion on Vader, you don't normally see.
No, that's not that's for sure. We'll go ahead and take a second and read that off for people who haven't seen that before or rarely seen it. So it says, while you defend, if you are not in the attacker's bullseye, which he's not at the moment, don't believe, you may spend 1 force to change 2 of your focus results to evade results. All right, here's Vader.
Ooh.
All right,
Well,
you spend the lock.
yeah.
You will change 1 to the
Change
crit
to
first.
the crit.
It's all right, just natty out here, Ryan. You're fine.
Yeah.
All right, there
That's
you go.
better. 2 crits and a hit. I mean, it'll be all shields, but with no defensive tokens. Ooh,
All right, there it is.
There's all shields.
Hit, crit, going into green. Shields are down. That's going to be half points. 21-0, Ryan Kraus. Kylo's up, has a range 3 shot. Rack does have a reinforce at the moment. So it's going to be -1 hit to a minimum of 1.
Ooh, that's not. You can probably spend 1 force.
Yeah, you spend 1 force.
Gotta roll paint. Oh, he gets it.
Natties. It's very, very, very rare occurrence there, but it happens.
So that Brilliant Evasion on Vader, I tried on Inquisitors, oddly enough, like I fly those. Who
Yeah.
flies those? And you want to make something tanky, even tankier. Whew, man, they just don't take damage. All right, rack into
the red right here,
into
range
red.
1. He already took a shield off.
So I imagine rack ability, and
Yep.
then we'll do a 5th brother probably.
Yep.
Whew. Yeah.
All right, this is the moment where I realized I forgot to tell them to put the crits in the box. All right, gets 1, so he's going to be down to 1 hull, but if there's any double damage in there, that's it.
Oh, no, that's on red, so 2 shields, and then an actual crit. Oh, there he goes. Hey,
Panic Pilot.
look at them.
Sorry, bad at counting this morning. It's still early.
Man, that guy will not know how to be unstressed. He's probably going to go before. First thing, right onto the rock, and then
He gets 1 chance.
Scorch taking a stress to roll an extra die, so that'll be 4 at range 1.
Hoping to get some pain here. Oh, he's shaking him up real good, guys. Whoosh.
Oh.
1. Too many shakes, I think is what it was.
Yeah.
1 hit, spends the focus as there's no incoming attacks, but only gets 1 with
Yeah.
the reinforce.
But no reason not to spend it either
Yeah.
way. It's 1 either way. Green is activating passive sensors, getting a target lock on Vader.
Mm-hmm. Here we go. You gonna use that lock?
Yeah.
Only got 1. Looking for 2 more.
Yeah, that's much better.
Yeah, they were commenting. It looks like I have a little bit. There's some paint
Oh,
missing
yeah.
from the middle of that hit.
2 evades, takes 1 shield.
Next shot. This is unmodified range 1 from Red. Gets another one. So it sounds like Ryan, your champion, is doing what he's got to do, huh?
Yeah, definitely. Not putting a whole lot of damage into a 0 agility ship, and that always feels bad. It's sad that Omega Green had to spend that lock because the potential next turn with the SFs, they can fire missiles out of their
the backside,
their arc. So he could have done a bank or a hard here, rotated, and then had target lock and focus to launch a ion missile at Vader, which ion's good.
Oh yeah. Being able to force an opponent in a spot and you know exactly where they're going to be, it's always good because the dial is really the best part of this game, right? Like it is the poker side. All right, I forgot who was it. Did you watch any of the videos that were made about Ali, our current world champion?
I have not watched a lot since World.
Yes, so they did a couple of interviews. Like he actually was on a BBC story, right? And then there was one that it looked like the school he works for made, and he basically described X-Wing as a mix of chess and poker in space. And I was like, holy crap, you're right.
Yeah, because there's a lot of bluffing.
Exactly.
No,
that's exactly what that is.
And then you get the randomness from the dice, and you try and mitigate it with your knowledge. Yeah, no, that's not bad. And very happy that I mean, such a great guy won.
Oh, yeah.
It's very happy that, first of all, that he got an interview on BBC, but just as X-Wing in general, it's like, hey, that's very cool that X-Wing got up there.
We did a thing, everybody. We did a thing. Ollie's victory is our victory. Now, for those watching at home, I see a couple people asking, where's our stream poll? It's not working.
Yeah, it's fighting, Dio.
It's not working. Yeah, Matt's seeing me like poke it and do all these things on my side, and it's just not. Aha, there it goes. Okay, so for next time, we figured it out. Okay, cool. So we'll get that going starting for round 2. I also see some people asking about, hey, where's you have a camera on another table? No GSPN today, guys. That's a worlds only. I'm considering maybe doing it for Adepticon.
Yeah, I could see that.
It's the halfway-ish. It's 5 months apart.
Also, it's in your hometown, so
it is.
It makes it a whole lot easier just on you, I would assume.
Yeah, it does for sure. I still have to transport all the stuff, but because it is close, I could just bully friends to put stuff in their car.
Yeah.
Somebody asking, are you playing tomorrow? Nope. This is day 1B that we're at right now. I'm here just to bring you guys the content and get you used to looking at a single table at a time again.
All right, we had a 3 sloop from Green. I was curious about that because I thought it was just going to be a 3 bank and then rotate, but that does get you going the wrong way for a longer amount of time. So at least you get on target.
Oh, yeah. So just going to go ahead and take the bump. Oh, no, I have Dauntless.
Oh, no,
no, sorry, that was the other one. I thought he was sliding that forward. So hard 2. He's going to stay stressed.
And no shot. Although I don't know what the good maneuver was
right,
there.
Exactly.
You can't rotate arc. You're just...
Maybe that puts him in a spot where Rack can't shoot him next turn. Or this turn, excuse me.
Yeah.
Here we go. Here's the quiz. And he's going to give himself an action using the Grand Inquisitor crew card. It's going to be a rotate to point at Red. Sorry, Red. You were out of my arc, but
he's going to get a shot at either one of them.
Yep. You'll see Pink rotate here. Focus rotate.
That's Scorch.
Oh, that is Scorch. You're right. Sorry. False. You will not see that.
I thought the 2 hard was blue on those guys. Okay, there you go. Yeah, he just cleared it. That was Rack's stress. Maybe?
Steven Spikes, I like that. I like that in the chat. He says, we can still use GSPN for single camera and GSPN Plus for multi-camera.
Yeah.
There we go.
I loved hearing GSPN should be part of the Disney Plus.
I did see that. Yeah, I don't think right now Disney knows we exist, and I think I kind of want to keep it that way.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
So goes for the K turn here. Little bit of blocking. Maybe if Rack goes fast, he'll jump over.
I imagine he's going to go slow because of the rotate.
Mm-hmm. He's going to the right.
Oh, would you look at that?
Well, we did say earlier in the game that these guys literally played this match a couple days ago,
Yeah.
right? So there's a little bit of like I need to play a little bit weird.
Yeah.
Oh, you're fine, Matt. Don't worry. We're good. We're good. He was like, oh no, I bumped the table on stream. You're fine, but
Yeah,
it's okay.
Especially when there's like a silencer on table.
Yeah.
Those spiky bits. I pretty much expect it to move.
Yep.
I found that the better I've become at the game, the worse I've become at not bumping ships. So
Yeah, for sure. Well, because you get so locked into the like what are your ships doing, the strategy part, that it's less about like what do I do with my hands, and more about what's going on in my mind.
All right, 3 heart from Vader. Gonna have a grandfather-grandson face-off.
That's right. Rise of Skywalker preview? Maybe. Fan theory: Anakin Skywalker comes back from the dead, is still evil. Palpatine's not the only one who rose from the dead. Boom.
Let's see.
Okay, that is aggressive. Ryan says, I want to get range 1.
Yeah. And that is Afterburners gone.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll see the target lock and focus. But that also gets him obstructed versus green shot.
Yeah.
So an unmodified shot through a rock, and you have Brilliant Evasion for green. You should be safe there. Not so safe versus Kylo. Range 1 there. Seems pretty dangerous, but you're trading off.
Here we go. There it is.
Good start.
Changes 1 to a crit with the advanced targeting computer. Has the lock. You brought it to spend it.
Ooh, yep.
He's got a couple force up.
Yeah, I believe
I think you spend the focus, though,
yeah.
yep.
That way you can save the force for the Brilliant Evasion on... Oh, well, can't do that for Kylo because he's in your bullseye.
That's
Or
right.
you're in his bullseye. But getting at least 1 damage in. 2.
Okay.
I consider any damage into Kylo success.
Oh, yeah.
Because he's squirrely.
So 1 hit away from half on Kylo. Now, Kylo does get 4 back at Vader, and Vader has 2 force available. Thank you guys who have been hitting that Twitch Prime subscribe button. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much. Hit crit. That's good. Wait, needs 1 more. Is this Kylo? Yeah, that was Kylo into Vader, wasn't it?
I
Hold on.
Oh, that was Rack.
This is Rack now.
Oh, no, this is Rack. I'm... Adding that extra die in Vader didn't matter. It was a blank. Ended up being a blank, so we were safe anyway.
Yep.
But always good to do it correctly.
All right. This is Rack going range 1 in the red, right?
Yes. It's not reinforced, but he'll spend 5th Brother.
Mm-hmm. Hit crit.
Needs paint. Nope. It's That'll be red off the table. And the crit is console fire. I don't know why people don't just put it in the box. They have seen the stream, right?
It's fun to wave it in front of the camera.
Yeah.
That's why. Matt, your stream etiquette is very good. I really enjoy streaming your games.
Oh, well, I try to excel. Mr. at Buldagam, man, sorry if I butchered your name. You asked if Republic or Separatists are playable in the current meta. I would say definitely. CIS is super strong, and Jedi are super strong as well. I would suggest either one. Ooh,
Got him.
Wow.
Seems like enough.
Yeah.
Can you tell me why the First Order is not good? I haven't been playing a lot recently. So I think that one of the issues, like the best First Order squad I've seen out there right now is like the 5 SFs with missiles.
Super consistent.
Yeah. I just, the problem, right, they're all low initiative ships, and just like with any type of swarm, they have those swarm issues, right? You got to make sure you have time on target. Because you're relying on passive sensors, if you don't have actions, all of a sudden the whole shtick that you brought isn't really working. And then, of course, there are a bunch of 2-dice guns if you're not getting your missiles on. And when you're playing against aces with high agility, defensive modifiers, being able to arc dodge and do all this, it can get pretty rough. But I think right now just the First Order doesn't have a lot of options in terms of like abusable tech. I'm going to put it that way.
Yeah, no, I agree with you, and I would also say like the FO, all of them feel, the TIE FO that is, they all feel a little slightly overcosted.
Yeah.
Like, if we were in like a 2-ship meta, Omega Leader would be great. But
Yeah.
right now it's like you just feel very overcosted. And then Kylo, as much as I'd hate to say it, probably needs to drop in points. Vader with all the upgrades has Brilliant Evasion, passive sensors, afterburners is 79 points. Kylo is 81 with sense. There seems the disparity there. That may just mean that Vader needs to go up, but I think the fear was Supernatural Kylo would still be good, but Supernatural might have been priced out of usage.
Yeah, for sure.
I think that the Epsilons are still good. I mean, you're pretty much limited to Tapson and the Starkiller-based pilot.
Yeah.
Curiously, like Captain Cardinal, he's like the I-4 one,
Yep.
and he just
Never sees play
because
he has a funky ability.
Yeah, he's more expensive than Tapson, which Tapson is the best one.
Yes, clearly, for sure. I want to answer a question here in the chat. Somebody asking, Force question, could you fifth brother twice per, I'm assuming that's supposed to be round, feasibly. If you had a way to shoot twice, yes.
Yeah.
Because Force is assigned to the pilot, not the card.
Yeah.
And the fifth brother card specifically says you may spend 1 Force. It's not from the specific card.
Yeah, it'd be a once per opportunity thing. So you'd have to have 2 opportunities to shoot.
Right.
But since Fifth Brother's a gunner, you'd have to come up with some other way, aside from like veteran turret gunner, to fire it twice. Mm-hmm. But no, that's an interesting question. I've never actually run that through my brain.
Yeah.
2 straight from green, it looked like.
Getting in that fight, passive sensors most likely is the action. Maybe he's debating just to throw the target lock out there.
Focus.
All right.
Yeah, 3 shields down. You might need to. Pink doing a 2 bank or 2 sloop. I forgot it's not an SF.
Yep.
So he'll stress himself.
It's like they look similar or something.
Yeah, just a little. I do like the move to the new target lock system that you have. Mm-hmm. I remember at Gen Con it was very unclear.
Yes.
In just having the ABC locks when you're going by colors, and now you have colors, and it's fantastic. It makes it much more readable.
always trying to improve.
Oh, definitely.
Always. Shout out to, even though not sponsored, but he's sponsored a bunch of stuff. Honestly, probably not sponsored because I forgot to tell him about this event. So, just things have been really crazy after Worlds with jumping back into work, and I'm worried more about making sure we get here, we have all the equipment, and maybe he'll sponsor tomorrow. But we'll see. But shout out to Curl Paw Creatives. They're the ones that have those for sale now. Full price right now.
Yeah.
No guarantees for a coupon this weekend, guys.
That was a Grand Inquisitor trigger, I believe. And oh no, that was Kylo taking a target lock onto
yes.
Rear Admiral. Get a turn out of Chirnu. I believe he's still side to side. So that.
Can I tell you one really small thing that always annoys me? People who only use a single peg for their ships. I hate it. For something about the way the ship looks on the base, I just don't like it.
Oh, well, I think you hate me, man.
I mean, I know, yeah, you trigger me a little bit when I see your single peg Inquisitors. I can't, man. Like, for me, when I play with them, it's even hard. Like, I end up smacking the ship around more.
See, I feel like it's the opposite for me.
Really?
The taller it is, the more often I hit it, and that's the reason why in first edition, I used to lowrider Dengar. He was right on the base.
Right on the base.
That way I could never hit him and knock him around.
There you go.
But I figure I'll never fly that ship again. I mean, they're trying.
Rip.
They're really trying.
They're even releasing a new pilot in the new Hotshot Aces.
Yeah, I'm curious what they're going to be. I'm hoping we can get another article soon.
Yep.
Let us know what some of the new pilots are.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Vader target lock focus onto pink. Scorch with no mods. Can't even stress himself to fire back.
Oh, no. All right, here we go. That seems good.
Yep. Spends the lock, spends the focus, I would assume.
3 hits and a crit seems good. Vader doing what Vader does, hitting like a truck.
And
all right, there we go.
That's not a bad roll on defense.
Let me shield crit.
It will turn on Fanatical, but he got a hull breach.
Hull breach. All hits or crits now going into Scorch.
All right, Kylo into rack. They called obstructed. So Rear Admiral will get a die.
He's got the target lock, and he's got a force. Go all in, man. Yep.
Save that force for defense. Ooh.
2.
Got 2.
All right, got him. Because he was not
reinforced.
Not reinforced there.
What was the... There was a reroll. Oh, Lone Wolf reroll.
Aha, there it is.
So only 1 damage.
So he's down to 2 shields. Two obstructive back at Kylo. He's got 3 dice. 5th brother doing his thing, changing a hit to a crit.
But does not have the reinforce free crit.
All right, he's going to spend 1. 1 goes through. That is a crit.
Ooh,
console fire. That's half points on Kylo. Ryan leading 121-0 at the moment. Console fire, for those of you who don't know. Before you engage, roll a die. On a hit, take a hit.
Gonna check range for green. It's definitely out. Let's see if Scorch can do something. Oh, did he not remember to engage with Scorch?
I think he forgot. Depends on how they're playing this. I will ask. Judge. So I'm not sure how we're ruling this here. It's been done different in a lot of places. The ship forgets to shoot. Do they still get an opportunity to shoot?
Are they past the initiative step?
No, he's the lowest.
They've gone into planning.
So they already passed the chance to shoot?
Yes.
Yes.
I mean, if his opponent wants to let him go back and do it, I'm
But
fine with it.
are you going to bring it up or not?
No, they don't have to shoot.
Okay.
If it's a mandatory effect, yes. If it's
All right, but so you're declaring that as not mandatory. I just want to be clear.
I don't think ships are obligated to attack if they have a target.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't think so.
All right. I'm not saying yes or no. I just want to know how, because again,
yeah,
it's been ruled differently at every event I've been
As
at.
far as I'm aware,
Yes or
it's
no.
not required. So
Okay.
I'm not gonna
Sounds good.
if they miss a mandatory effect,
All right. All right. So we're back in here. Somebody else had asked me another question in the chat. Trying to think about. Zeke the Beast says, shout out. Absolutely killing it with the Patreon gifts again. Yeah, no problem, man. I absolutely love doing that stuff. Always got more in the more coming. And just so you guys know, we do have giveaways happening. We got some awesome Warfaire weekend tokens here. We also have some Arch Alliance tokens that we have, as well as some Arch Alliance koozies. Giveaways brought to you by the Arch Alliance.
Gifts from us because we love you too.
Yeah.
As much as Gold Squadron loves you, we love you as well.
That's right. See? Look at that. Mark was out here being like, "You want a koozie? Hug me."
Yeah.
So he literally exchanging love for items. I mean, that sounds a little wrong depending on your state, but you know, it was good, clean fun. Good, clean.
Got one bank from green. Looks like he's committing to Rear Admiral. Contemplating his action.
I mean, and right now, he's kind of you got to look for the uppercut, right? You're just like you're just trying to land a haymaker. You see if you can just get rack off the table. Hopefully, get some lucky crits. Start with a hold breach, and then you just take them down from there.
And they're just a fantastic crit to get on them.
Yep.
But I mean, it's a hope and a prayer.
You want hold breach and panic pilot back to back to avoid any reinforced shenanigans, and you can't flip it now, and you keep piling it on. That's what you want.
He's going to evade, try and save his bacon. And is that a
5 straight?
It's a 4,
so 4K, sorry.
So I guess he's going for the block. Rack will probably do a 1 bank to clear the stress, but he can still Dauntless to take an action. So I don't know if that was the right call. I think I would rather have tried to get a shot onto Rear Admiral, but I guess one good thing you're looking at is that Kylo will not get shot.
Yeah. Oh, for a minute he was banking to the right. Like, wait, what are you doing? Yep, and this is not what's that other decimator? It's not Oiken.
No.
So he will actually not be able to shoot. Whoa.
Decimator, also another ship that is getting a new pilot.
Oh, you're right, yeah.
The pilot pack.
Felt Sebto, thank you so much for gifting 5 subs to people in the community. Thank you so much. All right, Matt Ritts right now trying to score himself some points.
One thing pointed out by the chat is that Kylo did not clear his console fire.
He did not. No, yeah, he is going to have to roll for that. Apostasis. Fly rack off the board. Vader can do it by himself. I mean,
It seems the wrong choice, but give yourself a challenge.
it's 116 points.
Yeah. I mean, you'd still be in the lead, but it again still just seems the wrong choice for some reason.
4K from Vader. So he'll be out of the fight. Actually, no, he might have range 3. He'll have range 3 to Scorch. There we go, range 3 from Vader. No mods, no lockout there. Still a Rose
who
hit
needs
crit.
them? Just got to get one at least. Well, no, he might survive even without a. Oh,
There
he's
you go.
fine. He's fine.
Don't spend that evade, though. Just in case. Console Fire being reminded. Here's the Console Fire trigger.
Oh.
Got him. Down to 2 hole on Kylo Ren. I'm curious to know, when they said that they played this game, a week or so ago. I'm curious who won the first time.
Yeah, no,
I didn't ask that question because I didn't want to put anything in their heads before they started. But I'd be curious to ask after this, depending on their demeanor after the game.
Yeah. Range 2 from Rear Admiral to.
Ooh.
Okay. Who needs mods?
Can't even fifth brother. Takes 2.
Hanging on by the skin of his teeth.
Bless you, Matt. Get it out. Get it out.
Oh, it's just.
Oh.
I got faked out.
Hit focus coming in from green into rack. That's just going to be just 1 shield.
Yep, just 1.
Because reinforce. It's funny, on the onset of 2nd edition, when they changed the reinforce ruling, a lot of people were like, oh, man, reinforce is trash now. Like, no. It's not trash. It's actually still quite good. It's just not as as abusive as it was.
Yeah. I think that's a good way to put it. It's not abusive.
You got to think about all those situations where rack could have been taking no damage if reinforce worked the old way.
Yeah.
Right, like that is when you start getting real sad.
Yeah. I'd say where it really hurts is that, I mean, with the exception of rack, you forego any offensive mods, which
Right.
with as little tokening as you get, unless you can take force crew, you really want to output damage. But rack has the benefit of being able to turn an eyeball to a crit, which is a fairly good one, especially when you're running around with fifth brother also providing that same modification.
Yep, but I mean, basically you got, two focus results, 3 even, because he's got the Inquisitor on here.
Yeah.
If you really want it, you could switch 3 focus on a single attack. So 26 and change left in the round. Thank you to Ryan and Matt for playing. Who here in the chat, give me some gunboats if you were watching our Worlds coverage. Let me know. I'm curious.
I unfortunately did not because I was there.
That's right, yeah. It was funny. I had a couple people walk up to me during Worlds and say, I'm happy I'm here. I'm having a great time. But this looks amazing. Like, why am I not at home watching this?
Yeah.
And there were some people who actually, I was going to come into the game center, but I stayed in my hotel the whole time and watched the stream.
No, I'm sad that I missed the experience. I mean, you can still get it now that some of the videos are up.
Yep.
But it was interesting because last year, I watched Worlds and I was flipping between X-Wing Junkies, Gold Squadron, and FFG. And now you could get that whole experience by yourself.
Right, exactly.
Just with one screen. But, that was how I view Worlds, and now I 25 minutes left in the round.
Shout out to RF Dexy in the chat. That was our live editor for Worlds. Shout out to Justin, a.k.a. Dex. Nope, I was playing in your Worlds coverage, and I appreciate you.
Yeah. Topher 12 says, I don't have the emote. I'm fairly certain as long as you're...
He is not a gold squadron.
Yeah.
He used his prime somewhere else. That's what that means. He has prime. He used it somewhere else.
Well, Topher, I know how to get one. Just whenever the next one's up. Or you could get another, you can subscribe.
Oh, yeah. You could
more, right?
Yeah, you could absolutely subscribe normally. Yeah, that's absolutely not.
I've only ever subscribed to Gold Squadron, so I've never actually looked into subscribing to more. So.
And I appreciate that.
Yeah. All right, we got the barrel roll. I guess he's and rotate backwards.
All right, so he's anticipating maybe Rack running past him. But at the same time, with the SF, like you have front back anyway. Like you have a front arc,
definitely.
And the back arc, it's just bonus.
Yeah. It's also maybe possibly to set up a block if he does a one bank to clear stress.
Oh, check this out. This emo. This is the new thing. Founder subscribed for 26 months. Belinda Mood, 26 months in a row. Gold Squadron Twitch subscriber.
I've got a long way to go to get to that.
Well, it's like nobody else has that. I haven't. That's the first time I've ever seen that icon
That's very
next
cool.
to somebody's name. All right, here's Scorch being moved out of the way.
Kylo must be going fast. Got to go fast. Clears it with the 5 straight. Let's see if Kylo remembers that he's got a console fire.
Whoosh. Yeah, that'll clear the stress. I mean, he has a choice, either the console fire clearing or maybe a defensive focus with Vader coming in.
And you can also auto thrusters off of your oh, there it goes. There goes the console fire.
Yep. Did he not console fire?
No, he cleared it.
Oh, he cleared it.
That's
All
what I
right.
was saying. And he does get the block, but again, with Dauntless, I don't think that Rear Admiral cares super much.
No, he's going to be able to get a shot into pink.
Yep.
I mean, at most, what Matt is doing is protecting green, having one hull.
Yeah.
But the problem is, if green isn't shooting and Rack isn't being shot, it doesn't it kind of cancels each other out.
Yeah. I imagine we'll see a 3 straight from Vader. Oh, well, I assume we got to get the Dauntless action first.
Yep.
Reinforce front.
Three straight. That'll clear the stress.
And you'll target lock focus.
Somebody asking, how's the Seer Swarm count at this Grand Championship? We'll find out. I think I know there's at least one.
I saw 2 yesterday, but I don't know how the rest of them did.
Focus.
All right, do our range 3 engagement.
Do it. He'll have the extra dice because of the advanced.
target.
Here we go. Changes 1 to a crit, spends the lock.
Ooh.
The first time he didn't get max damage this game. You spend the force, yep.
I flew Vader yesterday, and you come to expect it so much that when it doesn't happen, you're let down. You're like,
Wait, what?
why am I not getting full?
I paid for this. I paid for full service. There we go. 1 crit. This is Kylo from downtown. Spend it.
Yeah,
Just do it.
spend one for
You
us.
are from behind.
Yeah, he's probably going to shoot Scorch anyway. Nope, he'll spend the focus.
Yep.
Deep sigh from Matt.
Matt just trying to get some points on the board.
Yeah. It's Rear Admiral. Spending Lone Wolf.
Mm-hmm.
And Fifth Brother and Rear Admiral's ability. I believe he shot at Kylo.
Yep. It's going at. All right. Takes 1 crit.
See what it is. Fuel leak.
Fuel leak. All right. That's a blank crit.
Blank crit. Still not happy, but, you know.
Yeah. For anybody who's wondering, obviously it's not actually blank. Maybe you're a newer player. Fuel leak makes it so that if you suffer a critical damage, you take an extra card. But because Kylo's only at 1 hull, an extra damage doesn't mean anything. You have an extra card next to you, sure, but no actual effects in the game.
Scorch took a stress to roll an extra die.
Just trying to score some points. Slowly hurtling towards.
Still just going to be 1. He's got a target lock over here. I don't think he knows that.
You are correct. Judge?
It's fine. Dion's just going to confirm with the judge, or I think he's going to let him know. And they're rolling it back, and he's going to spend the lock. Oh, there you go.
There you go. So we got 1 more.
Yep. And how do I clear that?
Say it again.
How do I clear this? Oh, that makes sense. A little happier. Got him shields down.
That's right.
Still not the half, though.
So close. What is half on a decimator? You need. He starts with 5 shields, 12 hull. Wait, 5 shields? Because he has a shield upgrade.
Yeah, normally it's 4. So
Okay.
I think normally it's 8 points.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's 9.
Yep. Oof.
Yeah.
There's a couple people saying the stream says you are streaming art. I thought I fixed that like twice. Come on, Twitch.
X-Wing is art. Haven't you seen me fly, Dion?
You are right. Oh, interesting. Okay. That says board games on my side.
Yeah.
Maybe I may have switched it since you were watching. It says boards games for me. He did lose 1. Oh, he did lose 1 hull.
Yeah, he does have a hole.
Okay. Because of that last.
Oh, yeah.
The last
That
thing.
makes sense.
There we go. And click. Fitzepto, I got a gift box. That's right. You are a gifter leader. All right. Matt just trying to score himself some points here. When I did walk over there, he didn't seem his not the morale. The morale is a little low right now.
Yeah.
And I think the opening with getting the SF stuck on this rock early just really hurt. You didn't have the momentum going in. You weren't able to shoot off any of these missiles in this matchup yet.
Ooh, drop in a proton. That's when you hold on to protons throughout an entire game, I even forgot about them.
Oh, yeah.
Because my thought was 3 sloop with green. Well, 3 sloop with green is going to kill him if he does it. Hopefully he saw it and just did a 1 forward, and maybe he'll live.
Getting Rack out of the way.
3 hard.
Dual barrel roll. I don't know if that'll get him up.
Is the 3 hard white on that chip? I don't fly SFs. I don't fly SF, period.
Right. It is white.
Okay. It's the 1 hard that's red.
The roll to the top of the board, behind the debris, would get him out.
Oh. Not a lot of good choices. But his arc is to the rear, so if he barrel rolls, he's more likely to get a shot if he survives.
Shout out to District Foundry in the chat.
Love that guy.
And there's the barrel roll. Just try to live another day.
Yeah.
Feel better, Ken?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I definitely think you got to go forward there because you got to spread that arc wider. If you happen to survive, you want to get that shot.
Try to get away. And they are marking green out of the way now, so that Scorch can head towards the top of the board. Again, just trying to get those points out of Rack. I mean, half points on that is a significant chunk, right?
Oh, yeah,
80 something. So being able to go into the second round, even with a loss, and having some good MME could end up helping later on in the standings.
Yeah, that's a good. He's 116, so that's 58 points. Yeah, if you could get half points on him, that's something. I flew against the Midwest Scrub yesterday and only happened to get half points on his Fen Rao, and I was like, hey, it's something. I didn't get completely skunked. Didn't get tabled.
So do you know that there's actually there's a Twitch user that's not. So you have your local Midwest Scrub, right?
Yes.
But there is a Twitch user named Midwest Scrub who's not him.
Okay, there's Midwest Dan, I think is his name.
Right.
Which the Midwest Scrub's name is Dan.
Okay.
But I think the actual Midwest Scrub on Twitch, he's Midwest Scrub Blog.
Aha, there it is.
So yeah, I definitely understand how it's confusing. And I'm nothing. I'm 50-50 Saint, which is. Who knows? It's like unless you know who I am, you're probably not gonna.
Oh, and then there's Midwest Scrum as well. We have a few Midwest something other.
Let's make it super complicated. Triton 7305. Kylo gonna die to console? No, he cleared it.
Yeah, he cleared it. Yep. So Rack just moving forward. Now Rack is in he's going to get shot up a little bit here. We might get those half points. You need Scorch to survive.
Yeah. He's going to reinforce rear.
Matt, I'm just saying there's a chance.
Yeah, I the audience couldn't see me shaking my head. Dion could.
Oh, interesting. 3-bank. Kylo licking his chops right now. Vader is taking a range 1 shot. He can roll to range 2.
Oh, you got to roll. You don't want to be there. And then you could potentially knock somebody out with Rack, knock somebody out with Vader.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then that also gets you out of Kylo's bullseye for Brilliant Evasion.
Yes. So Ryan asking for the damage update. We're going to have a total of 6 rounds today, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes. Every 4 and 2 gets in, and then I think 2 or 3 of the 3 and 3s get in.
All right. Just don't play bad.
Yeah.
Play above average, and you should be all right today.
I was fortunate.
There's a roll.
Fortunate to get 4 and 2, but I was looking at a 3 and 3. But I was doing okay because my first 2 games, one was a full table, which is the first time I've ever done that in second edition. Exceedingly hard now that half points are on everything.
Oh yeah.
Just another praise for FFG is like they've done a fantastic job with second edition. Particularly this points change. There's a lot more balance.
Yep.
Some things still need stuff. And then somebody says VT and PTL went bye-bye. Yeah, veteran or VI.
Yeah, somebody was asking is there veteran instincts anymore in second edition? No, thank God.
No, it doesn't need to exist. I would be okay with an adaptability that only lets you go down.
Sure, yeah, I'll take that.
There's several times where you fly like a swarm, and you don't necessarily need your I3 guy to be I3.
Mm-hmm.
Having the adaptability, using that term, to move him at I2 with the rest of the I2s would be fantastic.
That's cool. I'd like that. 2 hits.
And we'll spend that lock. Oh. See if Vader puts him out of his misery. Called for natties.
Nope.
Oh.
Hit crit going in.
Disabled power regular. Very disabled.
And that is green taken off the board.
We'll see Kylo's shot.
Mr. Boldgome, he said VI is what made the Phantom viable before ... The Phantom is still viable in second edition. Maybe you're new to second edition, or maybe you just haven't been paying attention to the second edition.
Ooh. Hot fire from Kylo.
Hit crit coming in.
Oh, Vader's.
That's half points.
Yeah. Hey, you got something.
That's 40.
Let's see what the crit is.
Council fire. That's a big deal.
And weapons failure.
Mm-hmm.
Wait.
Yeah, wait. Was it?
No, he shouldn't have taken that second crit. He should only, because he had a shield.
Right. Was it hit, crit? He rolled one evade, right?
It was hit, crit, rolled an evade.
Yeah, I got it.
Okay. Sounds like we missed a damage at some point.
We had a mistake on the overlay.
Yeah, relayed that to. That's fine, but that's fantastic
That's huge.
And Rack is just putting the herd into pink. Goodbye, Scorch. Nope, not enough. Spends the focus and I would have.
So Scorch is removed from the table.
Yep. Not even going to. Oh, there it is. And we'll see what the crits are. Not that they matter. Stun pilot and hold reach.
There's about 6.5 minutes left.
All right, 6 and change left in the round. Vader hanging on at 1 point. Is Kylo in a dream?
I mean, I can imagine he could. If they play fast, he could get Vader and half on Rack.
Yep.
Which Rear Admirals would still be up on points, but you got to get as many points as you can. Let's see, 312 Squadron says hi, Matt Carey. Well, hi. I'm not certain who 312.
That's
Squadron.
Nick Sperry.
Oh, Nick Sperry. I like him.
What I really want, the reaction I was hoping for was, oh, Nick Sperry.
Oh, that guy.
Gunboats in the chat for Nick. He's my editor. He gets, but not too many gunboats because he is paid, so he doesn't do it for free. Okay.
Yeah.
So maybe 1 to 2 gunboats.
Yeah, give him some gunboats.
Yeah, some gunboats.
Dion will pay him the rest.
Correct. Dion, I am not copying you. False. Became my YouTube editor to copy all my secrets and then leave and do it all without me. I see how it is, Nick.
Yeah.
I got you faded. Don't worry.
Thank you, Ken. Yeah, official spelling of my last name is Cary. I do appreciate that. But I've had it happen my entire life.
Matt, carry the team. Matt, put the team on my back, carry.
That would make people spell it wrong, though. I bet I've gotten, like, the Jim Carrey, which is, like, Carrey, and then Mariah Carey is Carey. You know, it's all over the place.
At least your family can say your name right. I have family that can't say Dion.
Like, your family.
Not my mother, father, brother, sister, but like I have like my godmother calls me Dion, and I hate it.
Yeah.
Hate it.
Yeah, I think the only time I get called Matt wrong is there's a couple Filipinos that I work with. And they say Mat.
Mat?
Mat. And I'm like, you're cute. All right.
All right.
Kylo boosting in. Ooh.
3 hard.
Gonna be slugging it out.
Range 1 on range 1. Kylo needs to make sure, or hope, not make sure, he can't do anything about it,
Wait.
that rack doesn't get max damage here. Because if it's max damage, it is over.
Curious on what Vader was going to do here, because Kylo was behind him before, but he also didn't have a target lock, so any kind of red maneuver it wouldn't be fantastic.
Right.
5 straight. Doormat carry. Thank you, chat.
Being trolled.
I appreciate getting walked on.
Aha. Here we go. Vader 5 straight. Sitting in front of Vader, Kylo Zark again going, okay, I should probably get out of this. Boom.
Ooh.
1 hit, 2 blanks.
He did take the target lock, so
We talked about hoping for not max damage.
Ooh.
You just spend both fours. There's no reason not
He's
to.
only got
End the game.
one.
Just end the game. Finish him.
Yeah.
Finish him.
He does not have reinforce, so 3 damage. That would get him down to 8 hull.
Yeah.
So
Half points. Hope. Yeah, there it is.
He's
You
gone.
spend both fours here for Ryan. How many cards?
It doesn't matter. Good game.
So close. Well, thank you so much to Ryan and Matt for playing on round 1 of the St. Louis System Open. Sorry, not System Open. False Grand Championships. System Opens start next month. That's in December. The first one is happening in Philadelphia. Okay, it's not like posted on FFG yet, but I was told I could talk about it, so
cool.
It's happening. It's at PAX Unplugged. Big secret.
Who knew that they were going to get,
The one thing I don't know yet, which I'm still waiting for confirmation, is whether it's going to be like a Friday Swiss or if they're doing the same format. That's one thing we don't know. I have been knocking on the doors being like, tell me so I know when to buy my plane ticket for.
Yeah.
Because they're going to end up in that same position that happened not last year, but 2 years ago, where like it was barely filled because they waited till like 2 weeks before Philly to announce it.
That's and then also just for you scheduling,
Right.
So Gold Squadron Classic,
Right.
I'm going to bring it up again. It was like it would have been this weekend,
Right.
And then I heard that because I definitely wanted to be there,
Right.
And then Grand Championship in St. Louis, I was like, oh man, I'm going to have to make a choice.
Oh no.
I appreciate that they didn't happen in the same weekend, but
For sure.
But yeah, if we could get things announced, that'd be great. Or it doesn't even have to be to general. Just here's some secret information for you, Dion.
Paul Stryker says Friday.
That is time.
Swiss Saturday cut. Is that confirmed? If you get me some documentation on that, that would just make my life a lot easier. Because reasons. All right. They already had tickets. Maybe it's on their website rather than, because it's not listed on PAX Unplugged yet.
Okay.
All right, cool. Well, so we have some swaggity swag here. Again, our stream this weekend is brought to you by Gold Squadron Podcast patrons. Thank you guys so much. And go to patreon.com/Gold Squadron or type !Patreon in the chat to see all the awesome things that we give away to the people who help us out, really our biggest group of supporters. And shout out to Arch Alliance for inviting me down and getting me all this swag to give away. So we're going to give away some of it. We got some, how am I going to, will these fit in a normal envelope? That's my problem to figure out. It's all right. So we have some Arch Alliance koozies, okay, to hold your water bottles.
Yes. Just like the OCEG tokens were soda cans.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, OCX soda can tokens, and these are Arch Alliance water bottle holders. All right, guys. So if you've never participated in our giveaways before, it's really easy to do. All you got to do is type in the chat. Once I actually get the giveaway bot turned on, which always helps when you're about to try to do giveaways. I had somebody ask me the other day, Matt, Dion, are you switching to Mixer? I'm like, no. Why would I do that?
I can't make my life more complicated.
Right, exactly. Are you going to start streaming on Mixer? No, there's no reason to do that. Unless Mixer comes to see, right? They come to me and they're like, Dion, we want to offer you guaranteed money. Here's guaranteed money, X amount of money per month to stream on our platform. Then sure. We'll go to Mixer all day. But until then,
we've had Ninja, but we're gonna get you instead.
Hey man, they just got a couple more exclusive streamers. Mixer, call me. Call me, okay? If anybody that works for Microsoft out there, let them know. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and give this away now. If you win the giveaway, all you gotta do is type !win in the chat, and you fill out the form. It needs to be completely filled out so I know what to do. I have started sorting the world's prizes. Those should all go out, including these, in the next 2 weeks or so, because I actually have a break to do some stuff. And if it's not completely filled out, you don't get your stuff. There were some people who are missing out on some really cool prizes from Worlds because they didn't fill it out correctly. And I don't have the time to follow up with everybody.
Do it right,
too much.
folks.
Just do it right. Read the instructions. Here we go. There we go. 3, 2, 1. The first winner is Matt. You get to read it. Boom.
Mazarim.
You get one of those. Water koozies. The next one, you guys are real serious about your hockey here in St. Louis, huh?
It seems to be our go-to for alt arts most of the time is sports.
Right. So the St. Louis Blues, right?
Yeah.
So I don't understand it because I don't know anything.
So we had a hockey captain that was named Brett Hull.
Brett Hull.
So now it's a Brett Hull upgrade.
Right. He was captain this year?
No, back in the day.
Back in the day. Okay. I mean, he looked a little rough to be in hockey right now. All right, Brett Hull upgrade. 3, 2, 1, roll it.
District Foundry.
Foundry. There you go. It's just funny because District Foundry, shout out. I got to do it. He's sponsored a bunch of times. Has a lot of times been our giveaway sponsor.
Yeah.
And, of course, the 1 week that he's not the giveaway sponsor, he wins.
Yeah.
Not rigged, okay? And then the other thing we have here, we have a set of, this is a target lock and a range 1 ruler from Warfaire Weekend. This was specially made for this weekend, so take a look at what we got here. So we got some target locks and a range 1 ruler. We'll go ahead and give this away. Here we go. Who's going to get it? 3, 2, 1, roll it.
Chemical Jedi.
Congratulations, guys. This is just round 1, so we're going to keep it nice and easy. We got some tokens, a card, a koozie. We have more. Every single round we're giving stuff away, and it just gets bigger and bigger and bigger, guys. We'll be back probably in about 10-ish minutes with round 2 of the St. Louis Grand Championships.